Welcome. I'm Halcyon, and this is the Hug Nation broadcast. Today is solstice and the winter solstice, a very special winter solstice, which I will get into, and one which I have been getting inundated with messages from the universe, or at least synchronicities, or kind of a theme keeps laying itself in front of me that I wanted to talk to you today, and that is the message of love more, fear less. Love more, fear less. This has been my mantra for a very long time. At least 10 years, because 10 years ago I published Love More, Fear Less, Float More, Steer Less. Today, I woke up to a message from someone who said, oh, hey, I just had a messy breakup and my partner took your book with me. I want to get another copy of your book. Now, I don't get too many messages about my book, so that in and of itself was like, hey, that's cool. Same day, today I got a message on Instagram from the gentleman who owns the trademark for apparel that uses the phrase, love more, fear less. And he gave me a gentle, friendly nudge that he is the trademark owner. And although he was kind and appreciative of what I do in the world and just said, hey, could you donate some of what you make on the shirts that you create? Could you donate to charity? And I said, hey, I sell about a shirt a year, mostly to myself. But I will donate all profits from Love More, Fear Less shirts to First Saturdays. Is that cool? I should say, if you would like a Love More, Fear Less shirt, you can go to lovemorefearless.com and look at some of the shirts that I make because I like to wear them. But if you'd like to wear them, you're welcome too. And then I got a mail from one of my favorite musical artists, Kalia Scintilla, which is a brilliant musician, but a very difficult to remember name. And this was the solstice email that he sent that just really said, welcome to the most important turning point of our time. A long prophesized winter solstice and a great convergence of Jupiter and Saturn in our heavens. The earth and the stars call out to us. Are we listening? All across this beautiful world, humans are choosing to connect with the earth and pray. At the moment of solstice, there will be indigenous ceremonies taking place that have been in preparation for generations. The original indigenous peoples gather during the alignment of the planets and stars in a long-awaited prayer. This prayer is from our human heart to all of humanity at this time in our story. A prayer for us all to awaken and begin to walk the path of awareness in every word, thought, and action from here forward. An awakening to remember who we really are, and to join our heart songs to stop the destruction of the planet and the human soul. May we unify in our connection to this earth, our connection to our collective heart, and our connection to our true purpose for choosing to be here in this great time of radical change. It's only a choice between love and fear. Love more, fear less. Love more, fear less has been a guiding principle for me because it's the most simplified decision you can make. And I find that it's amazing how often when I am struggling with making decisions, when I am uncertain about where to go next, if I ask myself, is one of these paths love? Is one of these paths fear? It kind of is crazy how often I can quickly see, oh, I'm afraid of losing this. I'm worried about this happening versus this is the right thing to do. This is the path of love. This is the path of integrity. And what Love More, Fear Less, and then Float More, Steer Less is really about is about choosing love and trusting. Rather than trying to orchestrate, whether scheme to manipulate the world to get the conclusion, to get the result that you think you want, instead of making the decision based on getting a result, make the decision based on the intention of that decision itself. So if you think, oh, I don't want to lose my job, I better lie about what happened in the office. I'm afraid I'm going to get fired. That's the fear path. The love path is honesty, is truth, is integrity, and just trusting. Well, if I tell the truth, if I follow love over fear, I might get fired. But I have faith that the path of love will lead me where I'm supposed to be. Either I will impress my superiors with my integrity and they will say, you can be trusted. We want you to do a special project. Or they fire you and then you are found in a situation where you are now available to be in a place where you find the better place for you, the true place where you should be, where you need to be, where your talents and your gifts can be of service. You can get out of the manipulating of the world to get to what your little bitty human ego mind thinks should happen, and instead trust the flow of love. Float more, steer less, and allow yourself to be drawn in the direction of love, truth, integrity, alignment. And so in this day of planetary alignment, in this day of cosmic and generational intention and significance, I can't think of a more important reminder than love more, fear less. And for myself, it is time to really practice that. I think that there has been some times in the recent year, when I have gotten a little sloppy, a little lazy with making those decisions in full alignment with purpose and love. Feeling like looking around the world and seeing the behaviors of leaders and governments and feeling like why should I bother? And the answer is because my life is not measured against governments or leaders. My life is measured against my truth. Me being in integrity is my only concern. And that is so critical right now as the world is filled with so much that is out of alignment, that is frustrating. You can get whirled into a state of panic, despair, inaction, anger, and overwhelm. But if you can just keep coming back to, wait, love or fear, love or fear, love or fear, the choices seem much simpler. It can be scary. Absolutely. But this practice of choosing love and trusting, that is the foundation for a spiritual path. Recognizing when you are caught up in fear, when you are caught up in trying to protect things that maybe don't even serve you. So, on this special day, I wish you guidance from inside to recognize which is love and which is fear, and the courage to choose the path of love, and the faith to know that it will lead you exactly where you're supposed to be. Thank you. I love you. So wherever you are, let's grab ourselves by the shoulders. Appreciate this body you're in. Appreciate the experiences, the sights and smells and tastes. Appreciate the healing of this vessel, all the systems that work without any thought or effort from you. and appreciate that beneath the actions and the thoughts of every human on this planet, there is this common thread of humanity, a common thread that if all things were stripped away, they would be tuned in to that path of love. And so let's try to look through the personalities, the thoughts, the allegiances and the alliances and the behaviors and the hang-ups and the traumas of everyone in the world that might be against us or seen as enemies. And in this moment, forgive them. Look beneath the parts that we have conflict with and just see them as perfect and beautiful and loving at their center, desiring safety for those they love, even if it sometimes comes out in behaviors that are hard for us to understand. So let's give a squeeze to all those out there that we might be at odds with. Let's give a squeeze to one another that are on our team and paddling on this raft down the river with us, surrendering, floating more, letting love take us, not knowing where we're going. Let's take a deep breath in and squeeze one another and feel yourself being squeezed. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful love warriors, happy Hug Nation, happy solstice. I love you. I had an announcement to make. After a year off, I am going to return to coaching. I'm going to start up a new Pink Path program on January 10th. It's going to start. There'll be a little homework leading up to that, but it's going to be a 1 month Pink Path. It's going to be significantly reduced cost than the 12-week program that I've done in the past. I'm very excited about it. It's going to be just like the biggest brain exploding part of the Pink Path. Going to probably make space for 20 people. I'm very excited. For some reason, I was, with the state of the world, I felt like I needed to be working through my own stuff, as well as I felt very dedicated to the gratitude circles that I've been leading twice a day. And that felt like the group that I was working with. But now it's at a place where it is self-healing without me. Not that it ever needed me, but and now I feel like I'm in a place where I can take my energy and walk the Pink Path again. I feel like I get so much out of it that I'm 2021 is, I'm looking forward to returning to this space, because that is the path of love. And if you're interested, shoot me a note and I'll give you details as I finalize them. And yeah, in this moment, all is well. There are no problems in the present, a dear friend told me yesterday.